Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. Of all the things that this movie has provided us with, it has provided us with one hell of a setup. And also, we're about halfway through this film, and there's been some action stuff, but I'm anticipating a lot of action coming up here soon. Like a stupid amount of action. And you know what? I'm ready for that.
The thing is, they're going to have to be pretty stealthy because the villains have kind of a unfortunate setup where if stuff starts to go the way they don't want it to, they could just kill a lot of people. So
yeah, if anything, I would send in people who could be actively stealthy. I would send in Earjack, headphone jack girl. Forget her name. And then I would also
Mineta, because he's tiny. So
yeah,
he can hide easier.
I feel like Uraraka could float somebody up the side.
Yeah.
It could
Uraraka
sure.
I think could be very useful for stealth.
And
Mineta could totally be
couldn't Yaya Rozu technically make something like a mirror or something that they could set up in a place just in case and hide behind or something like that?
Probably.
So maybe those four would be a good stealth team.
I feel like Yaoyorozu could make them all repelling harnesses, and then Uraraka could just float the grapple hooks up there, and they could just shoop.
And then they could have an alternate team, and if they could get him to a place where it would work, he could short out the lights. There's electricity.
Kaminari.
Kaminari.
Yeah, I think that could work. I think it'd work very well. But I don't know how they're going to proceed because
I'm assuming that Bakugo and
Kirishima,
yeah, are separate from them for a good reason because they're going to be used as probably a Deus Ex Machina at some point.
I feel like all of them are Tsu and everybody else, Ashido.
Could be.
They're all going to pop in there.
Yeah, and honestly, even though we're talking about this, and if our predictions do come true, I'm still going to enjoy the hell out of it. And it actually, Micah, you remember one time we were talking? It was after we watched that Stuntman Reacts VFX, Stuntman Reacts video, and I said I wish Scott Adkins, Tony Jaa, Tiger, well not Tiger Chin, and Iko Uwais and all these big action stars could be in this movie together. Turns out it exists.
Oh really?
Yes. It stars Iko Uwais, Tony Jaa, Tiger Chin, Michael J. White, Scott Adkins, and Michael Bisping, and a few other really high-end stunt coordinators.
Really?
And it's an action movie where Iko, Tiger, and Tony Jaa are all these three guys who are trying to chase down this group of mercenaries that decimated a village, and they pretty much just fight. They fight Scott Adkins, they fight Michael Bisping, they fight Michael J. White, and it's just damn.
That sounds like a cool fight.
Oh yeah, and
we need to check that out.
We do, because that's an action extravaganza I did not know existed, and I want it in my eyeballs. And I'm hoping that this is going to be an action extravaganza because they've got a hell of a setup for one. I mean, all the heroes are there, well, most of them, and yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's get this up on screen. Whoop, and let's give this a watch. Let's see what happens. You ready, Nick? All right, here we go. Wow. Come on, you. Sorry.
But without a quirk, you'll be in danger.
I don't suppose any of you know how to change the settings on the island security system.
Fair enough.
I'm a student at the academy. I'll be useful to you.
We're counting on you, fledgling heroes.
Let's go. Right. Level 30. Wait, Melissa, how high does it go?
200th floor.
Oh, what?
Do you want me to use my quirk on you? I'll be fine. But thanks anyway. Save your power for when we need it. I'm right.
Okay, she was wearing... Wow, she climbed up all those stairs with high heels.
I started to say that would have been my first thing. To...
Yeah, ditch the high heels and just go.
What should we do? Break through it?
If we did that, I'm sure the security system would alert the villains that someone's in here.
Then why don't we go through this door instead?
No, don't!
Idiots.
Use the barriers to trap them on the 80th floor. Don't let those kids escape.
Roger. Be careful, everyone.
The gates!
I'm on it!
Well,
Everyone quick, we can cross through here!
The elevator's coming up. Don't tell me the villains found us!
We should hide and let them pass.
Hey, we see you, stupid kids!
What should we do? Are we gonna have to face them? What'd you say, you bastard?
Oh, no.
John and Kirishima?
Oh.
What are you two doing here?
How did they get all the way up to the 80th floor looking for the reception?
Don't lie to me or you'll regret it!
Hey, watch out! Kirishima! The three of us can keep them busy down here. Look for a way to get to the top.
What are you doing?
I'm fine. Go!
Rocky!
I'll be right behind you after I clean up this mess.
Let's see how tough you
holy crap!
Oh, he's an ogre.
The Hulk.
I can go!
Holy cow!
Damn.
Kirishima! Dodge! This way's blocked as well.
Great, so what are we supposed to do?
Hey, Melissa, where does that little vent up at the edge of the ceiling lead to?
Vent.
Die hard.
Oh, we called it.
Enter the maintenance room for the sunlight system.
There's probably an emergency ladder in the maintenance room, right?
Someone would have to be inside to let it down for us.
If somebody climbs through the vent into the exterior wall, they can get into the maintenance room.
But who can go through such a cramped space and then climb the outer
Minetta.
wall without falling?
Huh? You can't be serious! No, I can't!
Please, you have to, Minetta.
You're the only one of us who can do it.
They'll interview you on TV and then you'll be popular with girls everywhere.
Come on!
Just imagine the heroin.
Oh, man! Okay, fine, I'll do it, whatever!
Harem, harem.
Let's have some kisses from the ladies, please!
You were incredible, Minetta. As I'd expect from a student hero.
That's it! Let's get fired up, everyone!
This guy's not making matter disappear. He's displacing it.
Woo!
Damn.
What the hell? That's the sweat from my palms.
Bye.
Ouch.
You hold your faith in the palm of your hand.
I can't move. Can you get me out of here?
Are you that stupid? Just turn your damn cork off, you idiot.
Oh, right. Guess I should have thought of that.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they've gotten serious.
Raise any barriers from floors 100 to 130 and let them pass freely.
It's quite possible that they're leading us somewhere.
Likely. Even if that's the case, we've almost made it to the top floor. We're so close to this being over.
Sentries.
The villains aren't just trying to block us in anymore. It looks like they're actually trying to capture us now.
If that's true, no reason not to show them what we can do.
You're right. We'll go ahead and commence with Plan A.
Indiscriminate shot. 1.3 million balls.
Ah, so pretty much like an EMP drop.
It's not working! 2 million balls! Don't! If you do that, then your turn, stupid!
Well, at least you stopped the robots for us, right?
Oh
Nope.
crap!
Oh, shit.
Plan B.
On it! with these.
Take that and that.
Chaff grenades.
Got a harem to get home to.
Our turn. Come on, Midoriya.
Let's go.
Yeah.
One for all. Cowling.
Damn.
My arm is fine. I've got this.
I'm so glad you brought it.
I didn't know how to get it off my arm.
There's something interfering with the drone sensors.
Damn.
A trap? Let's break through, Ida.
Wait a sec. We can't damage these servers. It could affect the island's security system.
Take Melissa and see if you can find a different route.
We'll leave it to them. Come on.
Decipro!
I won't let you hurt my lady!
Ida! Yamamoto, ammo! Yamamoto, that's my limit with creation. I've got...
If we climb to the top from here, we'll avoid them. There's an emergency exit we can enter.
All the way up there?
Leave it to me. Melissa, hang on to Deku. Okay. Release your quirk and get out of there! I can't! If I do that, you might not make it to the top in time!
Almost there.
Oh, Bakugo with the save.
Todoroki and Kirishima!
Uh-oh.
Oh crap.
They're blowing away!
Bakugo, aim the propeller at Midoriya, quick! I told you not to give me orders!
It's gonna make like an updraft.
They did it!
Todoroki, you used your flames.
We're going to hit the wall!
Detroit!
They got in the tower! Release! Just some scratches.
Oh.
You shouldn't have come here!
Crap.
Stop it!
Get out of the way!
Oh.
Ouch.
Little girl!
Oh. Little girl, what?
Screw you, dude.
What's that?
Don't worry.
Good shit. My man.
Hell yeah.
It's opening.
You did it, Professor.
I've gotten it back.
What?
All my research. And they just took my device away from me.
Oh no.
But now it's mine.
Just
It
like
was
we
him.
planned. And it looks like the villains are holding things down.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Miss, what are you doing here?
What does he mean that it's like you planned it? It can't be true!
Yes, it is.
This device can magnify a person's quirk without doing any damage to their body or brain. And
He's trying to
just
steal
like
it for
that,
All Might.
Our sponsors confiscated this prototype and our research data. Then they demanded that the project be abandoned. We're not talking about using actual criminals, Professor. We can hire people who will pretend to be villains and have them force us to break in and take it. Of course, we'll order them not to harm anyone.
I was kind of wondering why they started executing people when the kids started punching open doors.
I've completed the preparations. We'll carry this
Yeah.
out to the iExpo pre-opening when the tower's closed. We'll pull the strings in the background while the actors make it seem like Island has been taken over by villains. Professor?
Oh, there it is.
Oh man,
Damn.
what a cliffhanger!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly he's trying to steal it back to use it for
All
to
Might.
All Might, yeah.
So that he can amplify All Might's ability again to bring him back up to where he was. However, his quirk is not
Yeah.
like normal quirks.
Well, but yeah, he's like he hasn't told him either that drop off was because he passed it on.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was probably explain also if you think back to the first part how, you know, All Might was super excited to see him, and at first he seemed like he was like not excited to see All Might.
Yeah.
And then he like,
surprised.
then he kind of like, you know, was like, yeah, good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like,
well, you
he
see,
didn't want him to be there when
and
that
now you
went
realize it
down at all.
doubled down on his resolve when he ran that test and saw that sharp drop off.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard drop off. I mean, because All Might is not the same hero he was. I mean, not only is he older. I mean, I looked and All Might is 49.
Yeah, because it's like when you saw him, he's like he stopped him there, and then he told him never mind. You could see where it's like it just almost bolstered his resolve to go through with it.
Yeah, and I wasn't 100% expecting that. I didn't know what they were after, but I figured that the guy who was on the computer was doing something in the background because that's usually what's going on. Like the head tech guy, you know, the guy with the eyepiece. I figured, you know, he was doing something to like monitor everything, but he was also doing something in the background, and we'd find out later. But instead, we find out with this that not only are the villains that we've seen not the real villains, but instead it's David Shield, who honestly I'd actually grown to like in the first half of this film. I mean, I grew to like him because he seemed like a genuinely good person and actually like he wanted to help people.
Even so, it still kind of does. Like, it still doesn't seem like he's doing this for any like malevolent reasons.
Yeah, I think he's doing it for a legitimate reason, but at the same time,
because like I agree with you. Like, I think he's doing it to help All Might, and the bad thing about that is, like they say, it could have ridiculous effects on superhuman society. You know, if villains got a hold of that tech, that could be very bad.
No.
Yeah, it could be.
And if the wrong heroes got a hold of it, it could also be really bad because they could not know their strength and really hurt people and stuff. So.
Yes, that'd be very, very bad if they were able to hurt people.
What would be kind of awesome is if, like, later on, you know, there's like a season finale on down the road where, like, you know, Deku's in dire straits, and then, like, you know, he shows up with that and they slap it back on All Might, so he has like one last time as All Might or something. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Kind of like you know, when Terry McGinnis was getting screwed up and then Bruce Wayne showed up in that armored bat suit, and like
it took a toll on his heart, so he couldn't operate it for long. Yeah,
I think
remember
that'd be pretty
that
cool.
Oh yeah. God, I remember like there was a like epilogue of Batman Beyond. It showed Terry when he was like in his 20s, and Bruce was like had gone bald and was like really decrepit and everything, and he was still Bruce, but Terry. It actually when Amanda Waller was discussing with Terry, you know, Project Batman Beyond, they actually like injected Terry's mother with the DNA of Bruce Wayne in order for her to give birth to a child.
Gotham always has to have a Batman.
Yes, and that to me, I'm just like, damn, that's a level of dedication that honestly is kind of scary, but the logic is understandable. I mean, it's okay. Whenever you have villains. I don't know if I actually call David a villain in this because he's doing it for a legit reason. He's doing it for a reason he thinks is going to help the world. It's just the way he's going about it, and he's threatening innocent people, and he's hiring goons to pretty much threaten innocent people. That's actually not good. That's actually kind of bad. And it goes back to the whole argument, is doing nothing the right thing to do, or is taking action the right thing to do? And it's I actually came across that argument in X-Men Days of Future Past because Oliver Trask, the man who created the Sentinels, is not actually a bad guy. He only wants them as a deterrent against mutants, just in case there are bad mutants. And then, of course, you have Eric's side of things, or Magneto's side of things, where Magneto's pretty much just like, because they have this deterrent, we have to take action now. It's like, and it's just like the escalation of war, and with this, I think it's only going to escalate further, and I think something's going to go haywire with this plan.
It's like I've always heard people talk about villains that like you can kind of identify with their reasons and everything.
Yeah.
And people give a lot of examples that I personally feel like are kind of bad examples, like Thanos. So I'm just like, you know, I understand what Thanos is trying to do, but you can't. Like, it's just no. The reasons.
It's been proven that would not work.
The way that you're doing that is just really, really bad still. So it's not hard to identify with that. Killmonger was like, you know.
Killmonger I identified with a lot.
I identify with him a lot, and, like, I didn't feel like he was totally a bad guy. But, yeah, his methods were
messed up.
Very questionable.
Well, yeah.
And overall, like, even though I liked him a lot as a villain, he's still hard to 100% get behind. This is probably one of the examples of the most identifiable villain move I think I've ever seen. Like, I don't entirely blame him, and I can't say that if I was in his position, I wouldn't maybe do something similar.
Well,
if I was given the opportunity.
Well,
you know?
Especially if the research was stolen from you. If it was something that you spent your life research. To me, it's almost a similar situation to Kojima. Because, to me, if I could break into Konami and steal the Fox engine and all the patents to it and everything to where Konami couldn't do a damn thing about him using it again, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Get someone to hack into their system and just delete all their records of all the patents and the trademarks on his properties and stuff, and then he just goes and repatents it and trademarks it for himself again.
Exactly, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd do, because, honestly, what they did to Kojima was terrible. And what's happening to All Might in this show is terrible. And you want to, and I wish that there was a way that we could help him, but it's too little too late because he's already decided who his protege is.
Yeah.
And who he's passing the power on to. And it's Midoriya. And now I think Midoriya right here is going to have a little bit of a crisis because he's going to just, you know, because he idolizes David as well because he loves David's work. I mean,
yeah,
all of All Might's costumes are David's work, and you know, Midoriya is just. I think with this, it's going to raise questions in his mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a total fanboy, and it's like if you know Batman, you know Alfred, and I mean that's basically kind of the relationship they had for years, All Might and David.
Yeah,
you know,
and but with this, I mean, this is effectively like a lifelong Batman fan finding out that Alfred was, you know, secretly making a deal with like the League of Assassins
it's like
to kill Batman's enemies.
Walter breaking my heart and Hellsinger Bridged.
Oh,
what the heck
yeah.
was
that was, dude, I remember when that happened in the original show.
I loved Walter, and then crap, man.
Yeah, and then Walter just, you know, pulls that. Uh-oh. Did we spoil something for you, Nick?
We'll choose not to.
Sorry, I just...
Not to remember it, hopefully.
Okay, sorry about that.
I do want to watch Hellsing at some point. So.
I figured it's been out a while, so I was the only one that hadn't actually watched it. And then I've actually never watched the series. I've just seen a bridge.
Well, neither of y'all have seen Inception either, and that's something we need to fix. And he needs to see Fury Road because I think Fury Road he would dig the frick out of.
I don't really get mad about stuff if I'm not willing to go see it like opening weekend or something. It's like,
well, it's just like Star Wars. Did you not go see it?
Well, I did. I didn't. I wasn't actually planning on it. That was the only time off Caleb had. So he's like, "We're going."
So I don't have the money to see it, so I gotta wait. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of things that I would like to get to eventually that I have put off for a really long time. And if it does get spoiled for me at this point, I'm kind of like, well, that's kind of on me. But at the same time, like I try my best to avoid spoilers for anything that I'm mildly interested in. Well, if it's something I just don't give a shit about and somebody wants to talk about it and spoil it, then I'm like, that's fine.
That's
like,
not bad. Yeah, if I'm not willing to make the time to see it early on, I don't really. I mean,
like if somebody wants to tell me what happens at the end of Sword Art Online, go for it because I really don't give a fuck. Something like
honestly, neither did the fan base near the end of the first season.
Yeah,
they didn't spend enough time in the actual like
game.
Yeah, the first like actual high stakes death game. Like,
well, it turned into a love story like a few episodes into it, and then just got lame, and then they just kind of got out of it like nothing, like in one episode.
I mean, I'm fine with the love story, whatever. But it's just like how the premise was so interesting, and it's like they only spent like half of the first season.
It was wasted potential.
I just stopped saying things.
Yeah. but okay. Real quick, opinions. Rise of Skywalker.
It's all right. I really kind of wanted to hate it after The Last Jedi. It definitely suffers from like 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag syndrome.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that was introduced in Last Jedi, they pretty much have to try and rectify and make sense with wrapping up the story.
Yep, and I mean, it just
And
sort
you
of
didn't get to follow up on like anything that he introduced in the first movie
Yeah.
during the second movie, and he basically, like, other dude basically just didn't expand on hardly any of it. So
I guarantee.
I'm
that
sure if he wanted to follow up on any of that, he had to cram all that into that movie too.
it's kind of like almost like Pirates of the Caribbean. I kind of felt like the second one was just a really long trailer for the third movie.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like you could watch Awakens and watch Rise, and like you wouldn't really miss out on anything.
Yeah.
So my thing with J.J. Abrams, is he makes a good movie. Like, it's enjoyable to watch, but it doesn't feel like it has any stakes.
Yeah, and I think the suffering with that is him trying to turn one thing, or turn, what happened in Last Jedi over and make it try and make sense.
I totally
in
understand the
canon.
choices that were made based on what they had to work with. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, the final boss should have been Snoke, but surprise, it's Lord Sidious.
well, they should have done something with that to build up to it and let us like think about it for the 2 years in between or something, instead of just like leaving us like scratching our heads like, what?
Yeah, it's like, huh? What happened? Like, what did I just watch again? All right, well, that's enough spoilers, and that's enough talk about Star Wars. My Hero Academia, 2 Heroes, that's part 3 of 4 of this movie. Next time we will be finishing up this film, and I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. But, yeah, if y'all want to see, if y'all are watching this on YouTube, it'll actually be available right now, so you can check that out on the Patreon. I mean, feel free to do that. We greatly appreciate it. And also, if you want to check out our Discord, greatly appreciate that as well. If you want to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell to stay notified, and leave a like on the video, that's also immensely, greatly appreciated. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one, everybody. Peace out.